You already know what it is. It's early in the morning. Talk to his boxer. So I watched the fight last night, and I was wrong. I thought Errol was gonna knock Sean Porter out, but he didn't do that. Almost did, but almost don't count. He won by a split decision. I didn't think it was a split decision. I thought it was should have been a majority or a unanimous decision because I only had Porter winning 3 rounds. And in those 3 rounds, one of those rounds, I think Errol just gave to him because he saw that Porter was tired. It was a tough, rugged fight, but like I said, when you box and you got guys in there in the arena watching the fight, but when you watch it on TV, you're seeing from a different viewpoint. When you there at the fight, you may miss some punches. You know what I'm saying? You may miss, some of that stuff. And I think a lot of guys at the fight, it was torn. It was 50-50. I think Errol did what he had to do. He knew that he had to fight that fight in order to beat Sean Porter. I don't think you could box Sean Porter and win that fight effectively. Anybody, even if Bud Crawford fight Terrence Crawford, you're going to have a rough, rugged fight, and it's going to come out to a decision. And I even said that in my prediction. I said Sean Porter is a tough fighter, and it's going to be tough on Errol. But I thought that, okay, eventually Errol going to start breaking him down, which I feel like was happening. But Porter got a second win, I think, in this, championship rounds of the fight. But Errol body work was ridiculous. I mean, his body work, he was tearing Porter's body up, and they don't give, I don't think people were seeing that. I don't think they saw that how Errol was, doing his body work. I mean, he was just killing Porter to the body. You know what I mean? So you have to take account into that, And then Porter would get Spence on the ropes, but Spence was turn Porter around. And then, Porter would turn Spence around too. But Errol, when he got Porter on the ropes, he was getting shots off to the body. Bop, 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 bop. No, only thing I would have liked them to do is throw more combinations instead of hard punches on the ropes. I feel like that could have made it more of a landslide, but just, Errol was out working Porter on the ropes. Now, in the middle of the ring, it was 50-50. Them guys were trading shots. But on the ropes, I feel like Errol was out working Porter. Porter, Porter, like I say, he does what he normally does. You know what I'm saying? When he was boxing, he was doing pretty good. I have to say that. Good head movement, good upper body movement. He was slipping a lot of punches and getting some shots off. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, that was maybe 3 or 4 rounds. And like I said before, I feel like Errol really dominated this fight. Errol did what he wanted to do. Everybody's like, oh, he's fighting Sean Porter's fight. No, he did exactly what he wanted to do. He knew. If you watch his sparring, Errol's not boxing in his sparring. Errol, if you watch Fight Camp, Errol's not boxing. Errol's coming forward. Errol, in preparation for this fight, Errol, so you should have knew right there what Errol was going to do. I'm not shocked at what Errol Spence did. You know what I'm saying? I'm not shocked that this fight was close. I'm not shocked. Everybody's like, oh, I'm shocked, But y'all put Errol Spence on this pedestal. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence is still, the top welterweight. But he's not invincible. This boxing, you know what I'm saying? And me, I'm going to be real. This boxing, anything can happen in boxing. But like I say, I feel like Errol beat Sean Porter 9 rounds to 3. Kenny Porter and all them talking about, oh, you know, we feel like we want to fight. And I'm like, where? Where did you win the fight at? You threw more punches, but you only landed 107. No, Errol threw more punches. But you only land, you know what I'm saying? Errol had I forgot the stats. I know Errol had one more punch thrown, I think. And then Errol landed 221, and I think Porter only landed like 170 something. You know, Errol dominated him on the body shots, and Porter only landed a couple. You know, they know what the real is, man. You know what I'm saying? But I can understand to the untrained eye, somebody who don't really know nothing about boxing, who just watching, they don't know what to look for. You gonna sit there and say, "Oh, Porter won the fight," but I don't think Porter won the fight. I give Porter maybe 3-4 rounds, you know. But there was a lot of people disrespecting Porter too for the fight, and you know, and like I say, man, in boxing you can't disrespect nobody. You got to respect everybody you come across. You know, anything can happen. One punch can land, and that could change the fight. You know, at the end of the day, it's about will, it's about desire, it's about confidence. And I feel like, you know, you can't disrespect Porter. There was people saying, oh, Porter gonna get, you know, knocked out in the first round, and he gonna feel Errol punches. And no, bro, this is boxing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ain't done that to Sean Porter because he's 30, he's tough. And that's one of the reasons why he don't get knocked out, because he's always in shape. In boxing, when you build habits of doing the right things and putting the right things in your body gonna take care of you in that ring. You know what I mean? You know, if you out here partying, you drinking and this, that, and the third, and then, okay, it's fight time, let me go ahead and try to get in shape. That stuff gonna show. You know what I'm saying? I just think that, you know, we need to put a lot more respect on Sean Porter's name. Sean Porter's a warrior. He's a champion. And, you know, I would love to see Terrence Crawford fight Sean Porter and see how that gonna turn out. Because I saw Terrence Crawford put some food on his Twitter, basically putting food and, you know, smiling and thumbs up. And I'm like, get in there with Sean Porter and see if you can dominate Sean Porter. I don't think that's gonna happen. Sean Porter is a great, tough fight for anybody. I wanted to say this again. Sean Porter is a tough, great fight for anybody. You're not finna roll over Sean Porter. He comes in shape. You know what I'm saying? But the right man won the fight, Errol Spence, like I predicted. I knew he was going to win, but the outcome of what I predicted wasn't the right prediction. So now we on to the next. I mean, of course, Sean Porter wants a rematch. I think if I'm Errol, I would give him a rematch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll give it to him because I want to win more convincingly. You know what I'm saying? You know, I want to dominate him better. So if I'm Errol, I would give him that rematch. You know what I'm saying? Put the belts on the line, everything. If I'm Errol, that's just me. That's just the competitor in me. If everybody's saying that, oh, you lost, I bet we're going to rematch and we're going to see what you're talking about. That's just me. But at the end of the day, he don't need to rematch Porter, you know, because I don't think Porter would give Spence a rematch if Porter beat Spence. You know, Porter be on to the next trying to go after Pacquiao. But Danny Garcia, so he want that smoke. And I'm saying this now. If Danny Garcia fights Errol Spence will stop Danny Garcia. Okay? Yeah, Danny Garcia may hit hard, but Danny Garcia doesn't move well in that ring. That's why Sean Porter was all over him. You know what I mean? Danny Garcia doesn't move well. He's a great counterpuncher. He could counterpunch, you know, but as far as movement, Errol gonna pick him apart. And Danny Garcia has not had anybody consistently go to his body for a course of a fight. Errol gonna break Danny Garcia down. And I feel like Danny Garcia will get stopped by Errol Spence. That's just my opinion. Danny Garcia is a tough champion, fights hard. From Philly, got grit. I get all that. But, I'm telling you, man, there's something in that water down here in Texas. We ain't playing with nobody down here, bro. You know what I mean? But besides that, the bias talk, professionally, because I'm going to say be professional. That's one of my things. I just think Errol can bring something to the table that Danny Garcia can't handle. Danny Garcia's never been hit to the body. Because Danny Garcia got a beard, but his body, nobody can prepare for this body work for Errol. You know what I'm saying? But Danny Garcia can win if he can, capitalize on. I think he'll just have to be first with Errol. He'll have to push the pace with Errol and be first. That's how I feel like Danny Garcia could probably beat Errol Spence, but I don't see it happen. I think Errol would beat Danny Garcia. But now all these welterweights licking their chops, talking about, ever since now that the fight is done, they like, oh yeah, I want Errol Spence. Go down and go get that smoke. I'm telling you. A lot of y'all welterweights who licking your lips right now thinking he food, gonna stop you. Hand down, man down. I'm gone.